Barbie, Barbie, Barbie. Why am I saying it 3 times? Why am I repeating it? Because it seems to be omnipresent right now. Barbie. The Barbie theme, in anticipation of the movie coming out very soon at the time of this video. Before I go into my little Barbie story, in honor of Barbie, yes, this is the closest thing. I don't know if you'll see on camera. It's actually like a light like violet, this color. I don't know if it's fading into the background right now. It looks off-white from this angle, but it is the closest thing I have to a pink shirt, which is kind of interesting that I don't have any pink in my wardrobe. I guess pink is just, it's loud, right? It's very loud. Anyway, maybe I should reconsider. I don't know. Do you guys own pink? The men watching this? In honor of Barbie, I also wanted to try a new fashion look. This is the slick back. Just hopped out of the shower. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it's a new look for me. I slicked back my newly long hair. Anyway, so Barbie, let's discuss Barbie. So if you've been living under a rock, Barbie has been everywhere because of the movie coming out very soon at the time of this video. I believe the movie comes out July 21st. This movie is going to be huge. This movie is going to be huge. And I know this just from the marketing efforts thus far. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Mattel, the company that owns Barbie, and Warner Brothers, which is pushing the movie, coming out very soon, they have been working overtime to promote the hell out of Barbie in very nuanced, like in very subtle ways, by the way. There's general, of course, movie promotion, you know, like the actors doing press and interviews and stuff like that. But listen, I mean, I subscribe to Architectural Digest, the YouTube channel. I used to actually subscribe to the magazine, and then I stopped because I was like, why would I pay when I can just watch the YouTube videos for free, which to me are the most interesting part anyway, the house tours and stuff like that. But I'm subscribed to their YouTube channel, and the other day they made a video, they released a video detailing the architectural evolution of Barbie dream houses, the ones that kids could buy, right? Like what's the word I'm looking for? Dollhouse, the Barbie dollhouses, the evolution of the architecture of Barbie's dollhouses. I thought this was genius. And this is how they're doing promotion. It's very subtle. Like they're collaborating with different YouTubers, different influencers, different celebrities, but not in your traditional, like, hey, go watch Barbie when it comes out. It's this more subtle marketing of linking to Architectural Digest and other established brands partnering up with Barbie and Mattel to really help push this movie along. So, by the way, for any of you who invest at all in stocks, I recommend that you buy some Mattel stocks before this movie comes out. I first saw the trailer for the new Barbie movie 6 months ago. I was at the movies, and the trailer was one of the best trailers I've ever seen. They kind of did a spoof of Space Odyssey 2001. If you guys have ever seen that classic movie, there's a scene where the cavemen kind of discover fire, and then it speeds up human evolution. Great movie, classic movie. But anyway, the Barbie trailer spoofed it, and instead of fire, it was like they discover Barbie. You know, it's like they were playing with baby dolls before, and then Barbie comes along and revolutionizes human evolution. That was kind of like the gist of, that was the analogy for the Barbie trailer. Anyway, I saw this trailer 6 months ago. I was like, this movie is going to be epic. They're really gonna promote this beyond just your typical kid audience and you know, girly girl audience. They're gonna market this to everybody, including adults. So I went straight home after that and bought Mattel stocks, and they have gone up since then, and I am anticipating that over the coming weeks they are going to skyrocket. This is just my theory. We will see. Hopefully I'm not an idiot who's predicting something completely incorrect and you guys will come back here and laugh at me. But in honor of this huge marketing push with the Barbie movie, I thought I would share my Barbie story because it relates to this channel, right? Of gay themes and gay stories, especially from childhood. So my Barbie story is that I had a tumultuous relationship with Barbie growing up, and here's why. Because as a gay boy growing up, I have all female cousins, and all my cousins had Barbies growing up, and they had a lot, and they had a lot of clothes, Barbie accessories, and I was pretty jealous. And it's interesting that even like 5 years old or so, I knew that I wasn't supposed to play with Barbies, but it was so alluring. It was kind of like a lust, this thing that you have inside of you, this desire, but you're shamed for it. And you know that you're not supposed to, but you just can't help but be infatuated. And I was very lucky that I didn't have parents who forbid me from this or shame me for it. I also just loved toys. I had a lot of different toys. I also played with like more boy toys, although I wonder if I would have played with those organically if I didn't have them available to me already, you know? Meaning like secondhand receiving toys, or people buying you toys because you're a boy, so they're gonna buy you action figures, they're gonna buy you toy cars and stuff like that. I do wonder. But Barbie dolls were just so alluring, right? So I have this distinct memory of going to Toys R Us and heading to the doll aisle, the Barbie aisle, and it was just pink boxes everywhere. And this is a well-documented thing, right? The doll aisle, the Barbie aisle, just from a marketing, branding perspective, you just walk there and you know exactly when you reach it because it's just pink and girliness, feminine tones, the entire aisle. And I remember being a kid feeling kind of like guilty, even maybe a little nervous, like that I wasn't supposed to be there. But I remember going with my dad one day to pick out a Barbie. So I must have been like 5, 6, somewhere around there. And just looking at all the Barbies like, you know? And for a certain generation, I think kids who grew up in the 80s, kids who grew up in the 90s, there's just something about Toys R Us that is so embedded in the DNA of our childhoods that it was like going to the zoo or going to an amusement park. Like going to Toys R Us was an experience, right? Because you walk in, and this is pre-Amazon, right? You buy all your stuff online. So it was an experience to walk into Toys R Us and everything that you want, all the toys are there and they're all there together looking back at you, right? I do have that distinct memory, and I remember picking a Barbie and going to the cash register feeling self-conscious with my dad. And I remember the cashier saying to my dad something like, yeah, all the boys are getting like girl toys and all the girls are now getting boy toys. And like being like, oh yeah, like, you know, feeling self-conscious because I already knew that I wasn't supposed to be playing with Barbies. So it's interesting because I fell for the hype just like so many young girls do, right? And this fascination with this doll that just looked more, I don't know what the word is, sophisticated than other dolls. Like I was never enchanted by the idea of playing with baby dolls or other, actually there might have been some other feminine toys that I liked, like Polly Pocket was fun. Polly Pocket was fun. But Barbie, it was another level, I think because of everything that came with it, right? All the accessories, the dream houses, I would have never dared to ask for a dream house because that would have been like really, I guess, outing myself. But yeah, all the clothes, and it was so fun to like switch identities and switch what the Barbie looks like. And for the record, the first Barbie I had was a mermaid Barbie. So you could give her like the tail. You could slide on the tail or remove it, and now she has legs and you can like give her regular clothes. I guess it was kind of an Ariel from the Little Mermaid spin. Like you can make her human and then you can make her a mermaid again. But yeah, just seeing all this hype about Barbie and the attention to detail in the marketing, by the way, and that trailer that I mentioned, it was one of those things that just reminded me of that connection to childhood, and bittersweetly, by the way, right? Because again, as a gay boy, there's so many bittersweet memories from childhood that are both sweet and both bitter, right? Double-edged sword for sure. But yeah, I think this movie is going to be a big deal in terms of revenue, in terms of what it's going to do for Mattel, the company that owns Barbie. And I'm curious to see what happens. I'm curious what you guys think. A, did you play with a Barbie growing up? And if you were gay and playing with a Barbie, I want to know what that experience was like for you. And also, I'm curious if you've noticed all this marketing. I don't know how you could have missed it, to be honest, and what you think about it. Like, I think this movie has the potential, just based on all this promotion and just how synonymous, right, Barbie and doll are at this point. Like, how much Barbie is just a part of our culture, and this marketing for the movie has reminded me that how much it's integral to little girls' childhoods at this point, just from sheer, I guess, brilliant marketing that they made that natural sort of association now. I wouldn't be surprised if this movie, based on all this promotion and how impressed I was with the trailer, I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes like top 10, top 20, top grossing movies of all time. Like, I really think it's going to be that monumental in terms of its impact. It seems like that's what they're at least shooting for, both Mattel and Warner Brothers. Tell me in the comments what you think.